What do you know? What do you know? Le magazine anglais qui vous permet de baigner dans la langue de Shakespeare. What do you know? Une production et une réalisation de RAMATOU OYAWOLE.
Good evening. Today, Saturday, I'm delighted to have you around for our discussions of today. As Muslims across the continent have started Ramadan, I would like to seize this opportunity to deliberate about what exactly is Ramadan. The host of the program is RAMATOU OYAWOLE. Before giving the floor to my guest, El-Hajj Sani Karim, Vice President of Muslim Union in Togo, and therefore I would like to say some few things concerning what is Ramadan, because we are in the period of Ramadan, and this is a special period for all Muslims across the continent. Ramadan is the Arabic name for the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. The festival involves a month of fasting. Believers taking part will not eat or drink anything during daylight hours. It is considered one of the holiest Islamic months. It's also one of the 5 pillars of Islam. These are 5 principles which Muslims believe are compulsory acts ordered by Allah. Muslims believe that some of the first verses of the Islamic holy book, the Quran, were revealed to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ during the month of Ramadan. Extra emphasis is placed on reciting the Quran during the month of Ramadan. Fasting is considered to be an act of worship, which enables Muslims to feel closer to God and strengthen their spiritual health and self-discipline. Muslims have an early morning meal before dawn. Ramadan is also a time when Muslims are encouraged to give to charity, strengthen their relationship with God, and show kindness and patience. During these months, believers also head to the mosque for an additional night prayer called Taraweeh. The Islamic calendar follows the lunar calendar of 12 months. Each month begins with the new crescent moon and lasts either 29 or 30 days. The month of Ramadan begins with the first sighting of the new moon. In the past, this was done by naked eye, but as technology improves in recent years, telescope and technology have been used. The lunar calendar is about 10 days shorter than the Western calendar, which means that each year Ramadan starts about 10 days earlier.
Louange à Dieu, le miséricordieux. Louange à Allah, Seigneur de l'univers. Louange à Dieu, le miséricordieux, miséricordieux. Louange à Allah, Seigneur de l'univers. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah yalla basila moyalla. J'atteste qu'il n'y a de Dieu,
You can follow us on YouTube. Our program is also on YouTube. Okay, without wasting time, we start with our discussions. I have a special guest in the studio of Radio Lomé, and my guest is El Haj Sani Karim. He is the Vice President of Muslim Union in Togo. El Haj, how to live in the month of Ramadan?
Alhamdulillah wa kafa summa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursalin. We thank Almighty Allah and seize the opportunity to wish a good Ramadan for all Muslims over the world, that the Ramadan of this year has witnessed a unity among the Muslims about the beginning of the month of Ramadan, or especially the sighting of the moon. Everybody start this month of Ramadan with the moon in accordance with science, who said the moon that will be created on 21 cannot be seen until 22. We thank Almighty Allah for that, and wish to thank all of you, to wish you good Ramadan. Note that the month of Ramadan is the month that Almighty Allah has made for all Muslims to go through near Allah, Almighty Allah, by revising his faith, in introspection of his faith. The Muslim will fast. It will fast with a simple and a single intention, that his fast is exclusively meant for Almighty Allah, because fasting is a mystery that cannot be seen. The Prophet said fasting is almost the half of our faith. There are three categories of those that will fast. Some are called ordinary Muslim that will fast, will at the end only gain the hungry and the thirst that they witness. There are some people who will fast. There are those that Allah has chosen. There are those during their fast that will observe all the requirements that Almighty Allah has told them, like abandon all that is been forbidden for them, like alcohol, and all that has been forbidden in the beginning for Muslims. And those that are the higher chosen by Almighty Allah, who will at the end of the month of Ramadan will increase in faith and piety.
لو في يوم كان الحمل عليك تقيل وتايه لوحدك مش لاقي دليل، والهموم تخلي الليل طويل وترميك في غربة ومرارة وويل، مد ايديك تلقى دايما حواليك هو الله قبلك حاسس بيك. إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله حتلاقي الطريق. إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله حتلاقي الطريق. إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله حتلاقي الطريق. الله ده عنك مش بعيد ما تشيلش هم ولا تشعر بضيق قول يا الله اهدي لي يا قلبي عشان اتوب امحي الذنوب واهديني الطريق نور لي الطريق نور لي الطريق نور لي الطريق إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله هتلاقي الطريق إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله هتلاقي الطريق إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله هتلاقي الطريق إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله هتلاقي الطريق إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله هتلاقي الطريق إن شاء الله.
My guest, El Hajj Sani Karim, Vice President of Muslim Union in Togo. What is the place of the Quran in this blessed month of Ramadan?
The month of Ramadan is the month that the Muslims should not waste his time. It's the month that are being called the month of the Quran. Because Allah has said that He, Allah, inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarak. The month of Ramadan is the month that Almighty Allah revealed the Holy Quran to the Prophet Muhammad. The same thing Muslims believe that it is this month that Allah has revealed the gospel to Jesus, Prophet of Islam. The month of Ramadan is the month of the Holy Quran because the Quran has been revealed through the angel Gabriel to Prophet Muhammad, and the Muslims will take care of this month that has a lot of benediction in reading the Holy Quran. We call it the month of Quran because all Muslims will go to near mosques, will be reading Quran, and will get the reward of the letters of the Quran. It has been said that the letter Alif Lam Mim, you have a reward of 10 of each letter. Not Alif Lam Mim will be 10 of reward, but Alif only, the letter Alif, enigmatic letter Alif is the reward, Lam is the reward, and Mim is the reward. The month of Quran is the month of Ramadan. All Muslims should go near their Quran.
What is the place of fasting in the Muslim faith?
The fasting is the fourth pillar of Muslim faith. You know that Islam is based on 5 pillars. The first is to say and witness and pronounce that as a Muslim, I bear witness that there is no God worth to worship except Allah, and Muhammad is not God, is not the son of God, but is the last prophet that Allah has sent, at the same place like Moses, Jesus, Abraham. The second pillar of Islam, wa ikam salah, the Muslim will observe the prayer, and the prayer is different of invocation. Prayer has been taught by Jesus Christ, who said that is to prostrate yourself. Muslims have to do this 5 times a day. Wa ikram salah wa ita is zakah. He has to practice. Another system in Islam is to give donation of zakat, which is the 1/40 of your wealth every year to those who are in need. And then the 4th is the month of Ramadan, which is the month of revision of the faith of Muslim. Allah said He has created men very weak. Allah has forbidden certain things for Muslim, alcohol. The Prophet said that, the Quran himself said that, إِنَّمَا الْخَمْرُ وَالْمَيْسِرُ وَالْأَنْصَابُ وَالْأَزْلَامُ رِجْسٌ مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ بِهِ. To drink alcohol, to make all sorts that Allah has forbidden, is the work of Satan. Run away from it. And the Prophet said, anything that you can take and you get even is being forbidden in big quantity, as well as if you take it as a small quantity. The month of Ramadan comes to let Muslims leave all this behavior of liars and many other things. So the month of Ramadan is the month of the 4th pillar of Islam, which is a month that Muslim definitely will change his behavior and will get the reward of Almighty Allah to attain the paradise. Now,
آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت. لا إله إلا الله. آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. محمد رسول الله. يا الله يا الله كن ختم بخطا ها خازت الشوق وش ما بدأتش قيقوتا حياتنا يا ربي خاصت إلي قدوينا شغلها
Why is it important to intensify the reading of the Quran in this month of Ramadan?
intensify the reading of the Holy Quran in this month of Ramadan, because Rasulullah himself in the month of Ramadan always is with the Quran. The angel Gabriel used to come and teach the Prophet the reading of the Holy Quran. And the Prophet has established in the month of Ramadan a surrogative prayer that all Muslims will go near to the mosques, pray Almighty Allah. And then they used to do this, the Prophet used to do this in such a way that it has been said there is a time when Prophet was making this surrogating prayer and started reading the Quran, Fatiha, Baqarah, Ali Imran. He jumped to another surah, Nisa, but he has not performed 2 rakat that Bilal come and tell him that it is time for suhoor. Then in that night, every Muslim goes to mosque, read much Quran, especially in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Then the Muslim, to get the reward to intensify in the Holy Quran, is due to the fact that after fasting, the month of Ramadan will teach you that Quran is the book of constitution of the Muslim, so that he will live in accordance with the rule of Almighty Allah.
آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. يا الله كان ختم بخطا ها خازت الشيوخ وش ما بقتش قيقوتا حياتنا يا ربي خاصتني لي قدوينا شغلها.
What are the spiritual benefits of the month of Ramadan?
The month of Ramadan has a lot of benefits. In the benefit, you can see the physical aspect, the social aspect that it allowed Muslims to be organized among themselves, to be social, to be all these things. But the spiritual aspect, the month of Ramadan teach Muslims to endure. Because of the month, we get hungry, but it will endure. The month of Ramadan fortify the wish of Muslim, teach the Muslim the discipline, the self-discipline. And the month of Ramadan also creates the fear of Almighty Allah. Allah said in the Holy Quran, by fasting, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So that in fasting, you will definitely obtain the fear of Almighty Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the end of Ramadan for all of us the opportunity to be forgiven our faith and our fault, and give us his paradise.
I'm very grateful to have El Haj Sani Karim, Vice President of the Muslim Union in Togo, in the studio of Radio Lomé to talk about the importance of Ramadan, what we need to know, and all that we need to do. I'm very grateful. Thanks for coming to tell us about Ramadan.
It's rather me to thank you. Thank you all, and thanks to all the Muslims who are fasting also. Ramadan Kareem.
Thanks for making today's program a successful one. God willingly, next week, Saturday, join us on another discussions from the English desk of Radio Lomé. Thank you so much. Take care and stay strong, stay healthy. Take good care of yourself. God bless you. Bye for now.